Filipinos love Christmas. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. How much do they love Christmas? They love Christmas so much they have what are called the Burr months, not just the Burr months. The Burr months are September, October, November, December. The time span from which the Filipinos in the Philippines and around the world celebrate Christmas. That's when they start playing all the music. That's when they start getting ready. They celebrate Christmas all throughout the Burr months into the third Sunday of January when they have the feast of Santa Nino. Santa Nino is the little baby Jesus. If you didn't know, the Philippines happens to be one of the largest communities of Catholics in all of Asia. The reason being is that the Spanish colonized the Philippines from the mid-1500s until the late 1800s. And during that entire time, they brought over Christianity, in specific Catholicism, to the Philippine Islands. And therefore, the Philippines loves Christmas. Why am I telling you all this? Not only because we are in the Christmas holidays as I'm filming this, but because as of several days ago, Phoenix, Arizona celebrated the very first official diocesan level Simbang Gabi. What is Simbang Gabi?
What is Simbang Gabi? Simbang Gabi is Filipino for night mass. It's a devotional 9-day series of masses attended by Filipino Catholics in anticipation of Christmas. It originated in 1669 during the Spanish colonization of the Philippines as a practical compromise for farmers who began working before sunrise.
Simbang Gabi takes place in the Philippines starting at like 4 in the morning. Now they are doing Simbang Gabi starting around 7, 8 p.m. and they will also have what is known as the Midnight Mass on Christmas Eve. That Mass is called Misa de Gallo, Mass of the Rooster. The reason why Simbang Gabi is such a big deal here in Arizona is because it is the very first time that this holiday was celebrated with the community of Filipinos that live here. I was raised Catholic and I do remember going to midnight mass, but I did not encounter the Simbang Gabi celebration. Now, in the year 2024, the Filipino community has become so vibrant. The Catholic Church is officially holding this celebration at St. Mary's Basilica in downtown Phoenix.
Yes, we are here. That is St. Mary's Basilica right there.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great joy and excitement that I welcome you all to the first ever Simbang Gabi celebration in diocesan level. This celebration is more than just a tradition. It is a profound expression of faith and love, rooted deeply in the Filipino culture, uniting us not only as individuals, but as a community of believers across the world. We're blessed to begin this evening's program with such vibrant festivities. A parade of lanterns, the Christmas carols to be rendered by different groups, the Holy Mass, which nourishes our spirit and strengthens our faith, and a food fellowship that allows us to gather as one family. Maraming salamat po, and may God bless us all. Let us begin this special evening in faith, joy, and gratitude.
Of course, my mother was there to help celebrate in all of her fashion glory. When I asked her if she had ever celebrated Simbang Gabi in Phoenix, Arizona, this is what she had to say.
What did you think?
Wonderful! Simbang Gabi, wow! Did you see the whole
So
thing?
when was the last time that you celebrated
think?
Simbang Gabi?
When I left in New Jersey probably. No, no, even in St. Timothy's. We went there one midnight and I said, I'm not going to do it again because I was falling asleep. But that was midnight.
Yeah, but was it specifically Simbang Gabi?
No, it was just a Christmas Eve. This is nice. Did you like it? It's a tradition, so there's going to be the next one.
Yeah, I know.
Not only was the Bishop of Phoenix also present during this Simbang Gabi celebration, but all 19 active Filipino priests who are located here in Arizona were also in attendance. So it was really wonderful to be able to see all of them in the very front row representing and being able to lead this very important celebration for the Filipino community here in Phoenix. It was really amazing being in St. Mary's Basilica to celebrate Simbang Gabi with so many Filipinos. I read online that they had only expected between 400 and 500 visitors, and it turns out that over 1,000 people were in attendance during Mass, and that by the time that I walked into the Basilica, it was standing room only. There were so many Filipinos, and even the entire band and choir were all Filipino.
It is so packed in here. All these Filipinos. Oh my gosh. It's packed.
And of course, with every Filipino celebration or gathering, there is always good food.
Simbang Gabi, now it's time to eat. Kaya na!
And food was definitely involved in this Simbang Gabi. They had everything that you can think of that's traditional for Filipino food. And when I was reading about Simbang Gabi on the internet, I saw that they traditionally will be serving breakfast type foods after the Mass because, of course, the Mass takes place so early in the morning and people are on their way to the rest of their day. So they will usually serve rice-based sweet treats together with coffee, tea, and, of course, hot chocolate. And what's really sweet is that my mother told me about a memory that she had of Simbang Gabi when she was a young child in the Philippines. After Mass, she was given a mandarin orange. She told me that at the Phoenix celebration, they also had mandarin oranges. And when she smelled the mandarin orange that she received during that meal, it reminded her of when she was a young child in the Philippines celebrating Simbang Gabi. So it's just really cool to hear about that full circle moment for my mother, who hasn't been able to celebrate Simbang Gabi for so many years, having lived in Phoenix for now several decades. And for the first time being able to celebrate Simbang Gabi and then having the very same type of fruit that she experienced and ate when she was a young child be given to her so many years later, that then brought her back to those very special memories. Now, for somebody like myself who was raised as a Catholic but has not practiced in many years, I ascribe myself to be more spiritual as opposed to religious. It was still really important for me to be able to experience this religious tradition of the Filipino community, especially because Catholicism is such an important part of our history and our expression of spirituality. I really wanted to experience this important moment for our community, to learn from it and to be able to share it with you. So that's it for this episode. That is Simbang Gabi here in Phoenix, Arizona, the very first official diocesan level celebration, which is a very big deal and something that we can be very proud of as Filipinos. Don't forget, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to exploring more aspects of our spirituality as a community, not only of the Catholic faith, but also of the many different faiths that are celebrated and honored in the Philippines and throughout the world by Filipinos. And I look forward to sharing all of that with you as always. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful holiday season, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Follow. Goodbye.
What is your impression of this event and its connection to the Filipino culture? How significant
Oh my goodness.
is this?
This is, I think, one of the biggest religious celebrations that Filipinos can have. I mean, the fact that it's here in Phoenix, Arizona, all the way from the Philippines and brought here and honored in this way, recognized in this way, for the very first time is, as we can see with the amount of people that are here, such an incredible achievement for us. We've gone so long not being seen or not being heard, or also holding ourselves back. And so to be able to finally express ourselves in this way, in a way that's so important to the community, I think is something very, very special, something very important that's happening right now.